Multiple reports came out today hinting at Manny Pacquiao next most likely opponent in 2020. Steve Camp came out on one hand and stated, and I quote, Sean Gibbons says Manny Pacquiao return will be in June or July. Says the three targeted are Spence, Danny Garcia, and Porter. As for Mayweather, Gibbons says Mayweather told us, I'm retired. I'm no longer fighting. #boxing, end of the quote. The conclusion of all this is that most likely Manny Pacquiao will be facing no other than the truth Errol Spence for multiple reasons. However, before I break down the reasons why, do me a favor or two and subscribe below if you're trying to get smarter by the minute. If you're trying to get dumber by the second, don't and listen to these decafs /O media. Of course, if you're a casual fan and you want to be a hardcore, do me another favor and attend the Akhi University for free. All you have to do is click on the notification bell to get notified every time we post or go live on Split Decision. Is a boxing debate /talk show every Sunday live, exclusively on Akhi /Migo however you say it in Filipino TV. That being said, let's go ahead and dive into the business at hand. Now, first things first, of course, Sean Porter, you could go ahead and cancel him out because he's coming off a loss. He has a style that favors Jeff Horn. He does more Jeff Horn than Jeff Horn himself. So, of course, Manny Pacquiao is not interested. Now, for the people that don't know, I did have Pacquiao beating Jeff Horn. Even though he was robbed of his victory, I do feel like there was inside corruptions. Obviously, I don't want to get too much into that. I'd rather focus on the business at hand. But one thing for sure, Jeff Horn still gave Pacquiao a tough time. That being said, Sean Porter will do more so of that. He will do more Jeff Horn than Jeff Horn himself. And he's coming off a loss and he doesn't have a strap that he brings to the table, then of course, Pacquiao is not interested in that. And for the people that don't know, Porter actually sparred Manny Pacquiao for years. So Manny knows about Porter pretty much a whole lot. On the other hand, Pacquiao is older. Sean Porter entered his prime stage. But of course, it doesn't make sense for Manny Pacquiao to fight Porter, especially him coming off a loss and Manny Pacquiao coming off beating Keith Thurman, the same guy that beat both Danny Garcia and Sean Porter. And that's why you could go ahead and eliminate Danny as well, because yes, he's coming off 2 victories, but he also lost to Sean Porter and Keith Thurman. And of course, we can't forget Danny Garcia still brings some risk against Manny Pacquiao. However, I believe Pacquiao could dance around him, and how he performed his last fight, he might get chosen as Manny Pacquiao's next victim. However, I truly believe it will be Errol Spence more so than Danny Garcia because of what Sean had to say. And the main reason is the date change. Pacquiao was actually planning on returning in April, and that's when he has free time to train because of his Senate duties. So that being said, of course, June or July is actually a good time as well, because that's around the same time he fought Keith Thurman. So it will be almost a year since his return. And guess who's planning on returning around that same time? Errol Spence. Errol Spence came out and he was actually planning on returning around the time Manny Pacquiao was planning to return, and that's April or May. But it seemed like Errol Spence's team had to push it back a little bit due to the car crash. And because Manny Pacquiao knows that's a great opportunity to catch Errol Spence right after the car crash, where there's a question mark. Also, is a date where he could fight. And the third reason is a big fight on pay-per-view that will sell up to $1 million or $2 million on pay-per-view. So I'm actually surprised that Manny Pacquiao is willing to fight Errol Spence regardless of the car crash or not. That's a legendary move. He's embarrassing the likes of Canelo, who's avoiding the guys that will define his legacy, according to Chavez Sr. and Morales and Barrera and Oscar De La Hoya, even his promoter, the Charlos and Andre. He won't avoid them guys. Meanwhile, a 41-year-old Manny Pacquiao, he just fought Akhi Thurman and beat him, and he's willing to step in the ring with the truth. Win or lose, he has my respect if he does so. So that being said, that's a legendary move. Manny Pacquiao will live forever. This is his 4th decade fighting. So like I said, he will fulfill Freddie Roach manifestation of Errol Spence carrying the torch way after Mayweather and Pacquiao retire and become the biggest pay-per-view star in the game and #1 pound for pound. And if Errol Spence is capable of beating Manny Pacquiao after coming off a big victory against Akhi Thurman where he shocked the world and returned back the clock, some people say it's thanks to the forbidden fruit. However, one thing for sure, Akhi Thurman said that he gonna crucify Manny Pacquiao. He said he's gonna retire him. I think he should have left them lines for Errol Spence. However, Errol Spence, he's coming. So is Manny Pacquiao. They're looking to crash. PBC is more focused on that fight, according to Tim Smith. So that being said, hopefully that's the next fight. And of course, it will give Errol more time to prepare since he coming off a car crash. So he don't have to spar back right away. And Manny Pacquiao, of course, he's 41. You cannot say he's cherry picking because he's picking on the young bull that's coming off an accident. Yes, he is. However, at the end of the day, he's still 41. He's still coming off almost a whole year layoff, and he's 41. So you have to give him the benefit of the doubt. And of course, Errol Spence, man, he's treating all these welterweights like tune-ups. So he sees the bigger picture. He sees the vision that even Freddie Roach, Manny Pacquiao trainer, has for him, and he wants to grab it. So the sky is the limit for him, and may blessings come toward his way and Manny Pacquiao way. And subscribe below if you're trying to get smart about a minute. If you're trying to get dumb about a second, don't listen to these decaf / old media. Shout out to DBN for starting the new media wave. Shout out to Lunatune for the funniest boxing memes. If a picture says 1,000 words, then Lunatune boxing picture says 1,000,000 words. Follow him in the description box below. Follow me too at Akhi TV. And of course, if you're a casual fan and you want to be a hardcore, all you have to do is click on the notification bell to get notified every time we post to go live on Split Decision every Sunday live. Of course, it's a boxing debate / talk show exclusively on your boy Akhi TV, and to be continued on the next episode of Akhi TV. Peace, and we out.